A very good evening to all of you. So today again we are coming for our third session in Placement Trends 2020, Hiring Patterns and Change Technology. So today we are having Mohammed Afraz from Walmart Labs. He's a senior engineer over there and he would be sharing a very different pattern in the career. What we are seeing these days with the guys, a particular sector is very missing. For example, if we talk about the career pattern and hiring trends, all these students have fetched towards the corporate placements. One research area is basically missing from their academics. So, what is it all about? How we can develop a academic and research culture into our students? Let's hear from the expert only. Mohammed Faraz, over to you.
Hey, hi everyone. Thanks for inviting me to join this streaming. So basically, I'll start from my introduction. I'm Mohammed Afraz, currently staying in Bangalore, working for Walmart Labs as a software developer. And I basically hail from Amravati, Maharashtra. I was born and brought up in Maharashtra, did my BTech in computer science and engineering from Government College of Engineering, Amravati itself. So that's my hometown. And after completing my BTech, I got hired for Persistent Systems Limited, Nagpur. So there I did 1 year of job. And so basically I'll give my educational qualification first. So I did my BTech in computer science from Government College of Engineering, Amravati. And I did Masters of Science in Computer Science from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. So it was basically a research program. So when you go for masters, there are two options. You do MTech or MS by research, right? So for doing that, you have to crack GATE exam. So when I was in third year of my engineering, I went for 40 days of crash course in Hyderabad. So that helped me a lot actually. So what basically happens is you do core courses in 3 years of your engineering. So whatever you do in 3 years of your engineering, so that is most of the things which will be asked in the interviews. It's all about that only. Definitely they will be asking you about your final year projects as well, but all the core subjects which you have completed in 3 years, they'll be asking you about it. So after third year, when I went for a crash course for 40 days, so I basically got a good revision of all the basic concepts of the core subjects like operating system, computer networking, databases, mathematics, algorithms, because GATE preparation encompasses all of these subjects, right? So so this preparation actually helped me in cracking interviews as well. So I'll tell you how. So at the time of our placement, the companies like Cognizant, Persistent, TCS, they have a screening test. So in screening test, they have MCQs and long written question answers. So if you have a good preparation from GATE perspective, you can very easily crack this screening test as compared to other folks who are not preparing for GATE. So this is my personal perspective. If they have this pattern of having MCQs on the subjects like operating system, networking, databases, all your core subjects, in general companies have this, right? So if they have this screening test and if you are preparing for GATE exam, it will help you a lot. So I really didn't have to prepare much from screening perspective. I got easily, I easily got cleared this screening test, and after that, so in final year of my engineering, I got all India ranking 748. So at that time, I had an option. I could have applied for research program in IIT Bombay. IIT Bombay has again two courses, MTech in computer science, and there is a RA program. So that RA program is for 3 years. So if you don't have like ranking in 100 or 200, you can always apply for this research programs. So these research programs, it is there in IIT Bombay, IIT Madras, IIC Bangalore, right? So in final year I got 748 all India ranking. So I thought I should prepare more and then try to give GATE exam and get a good rank. So after I got an offer in Persistent Systems Limited, so I joined. So I did my regular job of coding and all. So apart from that, when the GATE exam was approaching, I also joined GATE Forum test series actually. So this test series is very essential. So this is my personal opinion. So whenever you think you have completed, like you have done all your studies in all the core subjects, you should definitely test yourself. And so basically what happens is when you start preparing for exams, you go chapter by chapter, you try to complete all the courses. But from the examination point of view, you should be knowing that which concepts they are focusing on, what are they looking from the candidate, right? So there are lots of things when you read a subject. What are, you can see there is a pattern when you give an exam, what things they are focusing on. So mostly those are mathematical question, conceptual question. Even in operating system, there is scheduling algorithms and all, right? So they will be asking you these conceptual questions. So to basically clear this GATE exam, you should definitely join a test series for that, to gauge a good idea of yourself, how much you know about a particular topic. And if you are not able to get good marks in those in that test series, you'll try to improve on that. So that helped me. So I got again 401 rank. I applied in IIT Kanpur, IIT Madras, IIC Bangalore. I got selected in two of this institute, IIT Madras and Indian Institute of Science Bangalore. And in between these two, I chose to go to IIC Bangalore. The reason being, IIC Bangalore is the premium institute of India, most premium institute of India as far as research work is concerned. It goes for about above IITs as well. The reason being, they have more focus on PhD programs, research work. So this was about my academics. So now coming to the companies which I worked with. So I worked with Persistent Systems Nagpur after completing my BTech in year 2011. After that, I joined master's program. So again, I will tell you about master's program. So there are two programs here: MTech and MS by Research. MTech program is for 2 years. Sorry, Prachi, are you saying something? Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me, Bushra, Aman?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I thought Prachi was asking me something. She's speaking to someone else. Okay. So there are two programs, MTech and MS by Research. So MTech gets completed in 2 years. So generally you have 3 semesters there. Then in the last semester you have to complete your project work, right? So you'll get some grades based on how you perform in the exam, and in 2 years you'll be completing your masters. But when I talk about research programs like RA and MS by Research, so they generally vary in the duration. It may take 2 to 3 years to complete this program because the expectation is different. In MTech, the expectation is you basically complete the courses and do a, uh, a project into a final semester. But in research program, what you have to do is, apart from doing courses, you have to deep dive into a particular research area. So my research area was program analysis and verification. So, and you have to continuously work on a particular problem. So first you have to find the problem which you want to work upon. So for that you have to read lots of research papers. You have to take guidance from your advisor. So once you select the problem statement you are working upon, then you have to find different solutions which will work and which will give efficient solutions for that. So again, the problem statement should be something which which is relatable to people and which is important, right? So when you are solving a particular problem, it should get published into a good conference. So expectation from ISCs and IITs is that you basically publish your papers into top-notch conferences. So my paper got published in Foundation of Software Engineering conference, and I went there for presentation in Italy as well. So it was a very good experience for me, because when we are in BTech, we don't know anything about what is research, what are research papers. I think none of you might have even read a research paper up till now. Might be the case, people are reading, but in general, what I see, the trend is people don't read research papers because that is
These
not.
particular time, trends are very changing, and all these
Okay.
young generation, they are focusing on the corporate placements only. So beyond
Yeah,
that, they are very choosy with the profiles and the CTC, but some or the other way, yes, they are missing a very, very vast chapter of research into it. And it is not something like we are performing research, so we have to pursue our, academic career only. It has to
yeah,
be play a vital role in the entire module of academics of, we talk about the research orientation and development towards these big brands, or we can say basically the product companies. So this was
yeah,
the another way. Second, I want to facilitate all these things towards a particular career bracket. Like gone are the days when we talk about, very good percentage and a very good CGPA or a very scholastic approach towards hiring patterns. So this has been changed these days, what I'm seeing. And
yeah.
secondly, if we compare to NITs or the non-NIT brackets, we can easily jump up to the conclusion that if you are having a good skills, the process will be lengthy, but it is not something like you didn't get any chance to opt for that particular bracket. So whether we talk about the NITs or the non-NITs or the private institutional brackets, they have all the chance to crack a product company on a very good profile. And yes, if they are following a research pattern, then this particular chance will be multiplied.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So because your profile, it shines out from other folks, because other folks don't have that on their resumes. You'll be knowing a lot about a particular field. You will be having hands-on knowledge on that area as well. So that is always good to have. So
So your journey towards Walmart Labs from Goldman Sachs and to this particular position. So how this all happened and how this particular change in your profile occurs
so
once you
I,
have completed that your project and everything, and you will be graduated from the masters. So after that,
yeah. So in masters, when we are doing research, we apply for companies as well. We give interviews, and also at that time I got selected in Goldman Sachs. So actually, at that time, I was the only person from my batch, including computer science and other departments, who got selected in Goldman Sachs. So, so every company has their own set of skills which they look upon. So, in general, for BTech students, final year students, so company will definitely look for data structures and algorithms. So you should have a very good grasp on data structure and algorithm. So how to gauge that you have a good grasp on data structure and algorithm? Anyone can read the book, right? They can read book for algorithms, they can read book for data structures, but how do you know that you can really explain it and write a code? So for that, you have to keep practicing on some website, or you can run the
we
code
have
on your own machine.
already we
You
have a
can,
lot many platforms like HackerEarth, HackerRank. Then we have Geeks and Geeks also. So a
yeah.
lot many changes out there in the last 5 years. So now students are availed with all these brackets. Now there is a big need that they would understand this, and they will keep practicing and explore the opportunities in the big brackets.
Yeah, that is definitely required. You should keep on practicing on HackerEarth, LeetCode. There are different platforms, and you should explore different types of algorithms, data structures. There, like dynamic programming. You can explore trees in detail. You can look problems on uh, arrays, strings manipulation, bit manipulations. There are lots of things that people can ask you. So you should keep on practicing programming in the language you like. You can practice in C, C++, or Java. So language is not a barrier for a final year student. So they only check if you can write a good code, whether it is in Java or C, C++. That doesn't matter. So even if you have very good certification in Java, and if you get hired for a company which mainly works in C, C++ or some other language, then you should be able to work upon that. So that is not the criteria for the final year students. The criteria is you should have a good programming skills. So if you know the logic, if you know how to write an algorithm, if you know how to optimize a program, optimize a piece of code, you can do it in any language with some practice. So that's what they look for. So this is data structures and algorithm. So this you will be practicing online. So,
Sir, sir, I have a doubt.
yeah,
Like, not all students are good in programming, and so if like some are good in intellectual and some are good in communication, and we do require content hires and the one for business. So, like, basically, you should stick on algorithms and code and coding. So it is very necessary to have a good coding
yeah,
skills.
yeah, because that's what you will be doing in the companies. You will be at the end of the day, you'll have to sit for 9 hours or 8 hours doing coding on your laptop. So you should be. So that is what the skill set they require. So
And
that is
sir,
required.
one and one more thing. What according to you feel that one should definitely do higher education like MTech, MBA, or should stick to BTech and apply for jobs? Like being a second year student, I feel like one should stop for jobs. But then my other heart is like I should do my higher studies like MTech and MBA. So what is a better choice?
So it all depends on you. So I can solve a simple problem for you here. So if you are, if you really like to go into deep of a particular subject, if you want to learn more about operating systems, learn more about databases, whatever you have learned in second and third year, you still feel that you should go and learn more of this, you can clear your gate exams and go into IITs or ISC. Again, if you go there, you can do a research program. After that, you still have an option. You, after doing masters, you can go for PhD or you can go into corporate world. Again, that is a choice for you. So what happens is there are lots of people who want to do research. They do research in masters, but at the end of 2 or 3 years, they change their mind. They think that we should better be going into corporates. Mostly the reason is we get good packages in IITs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's what people go for. But if you really have an inclination for a particular research area, you want to have good publication, you want to bring new things to people, then you are always free to go to do PhD.
Yes, sir.
So that's a long journey actually. You'll be doing PhD for 5 to 6 years in
And for
India.
that, you have to invest a lot of time and practice on a particular
Yes, ma'am.
subject.
Yeah.
Ma'am, but which is a better option? I'm asking that which is a better option
This
to
will
do
come
B
in the later.
job?
Will come in the later segment because sir is explaining why research is very important for a BTech guy to secure a
Okay.
very high profile high profile jobs. So he's
Yeah.
elaborating the entire concept. What is there which makes a difference to you if you are a non-IIT bracket and basically wants to go for a higher study, and then you can go opt for research segments and then upgrade yourself with some corporate profiles. So over to you, sir, again.
Yeah. So you can definitely do masters, but again, doing masters in IIT and ISC is not an easy job. If you really don't like doing academics, if you really don't want to go into deep details of a subject, you'll be struggling to do your masters. So this is again, I will say, based on your passion. If you really want to do that thing, you go for that thing, right? So that is one thing. So from monetary perspective, if you are only looking for money, I'll say you can go for job after BTech as well. So you can hop jobs, switch jobs, and get better packages there. But from a personal experience, I'll say that in BTech we don't have deep understanding of these core subjects. So going for masters is always a good option. So you can go and do GATE or do MS as well.
Right. So, sir, talking about that Walmart journey, so you have started your career in the software developer. So, what exactly that profile speaks and demand?
Yeah, so the demand of the profile which I'm working on is good programming skills, right? You should be able to write good code in Java. So most of the work which we are doing in Walmart here, we are working on Java. Some people are working in Scala. We don't work. Most of the projects are they are working in Java only. So you should have good skills in Java as well as algorithm and data structures. So this is the basic core skills which is required. Apart from that, we work on Microsoft Azure Cloud as well. So we have good skill sets in that as well. So apart from these skills, we also require people skills. So when we are working in big teams, how do we communicate with people? How we are communicating with the team lead and managers? That also plays an important role. So when Bushra, when you are talking about communication skills, so that is also being looked when you are being interviewed actually. So in interview, if you are able to give answers in a more polite way or to explain things in very clear form, that also gives you an edge as compared to other students, because there are students who have very good programming skills, but they are not good at communication. So if you have combination of both programming skills and good communication, that helps a lot. So
Right.
in general, companies have HR interviews and they have group discussions as well, right? So communication helps a lot in that.
Right attitude is very important at times, because whatever you
Yeah,
know known to the world also, but what makes a difference that your positive attitude towards any situation, and a kind of, you can say, a go-getter attitude we require from this generation.
yeah,
So
definitely.
in this pandemic also, a lot many things are open and we have to see the world from the different eye. It is not always we follow the complaining, this is not happening, and where to go, what will be happening, what is going to happen with my career, what all opportunities we tracking for one or the other way. It's yeah, that you people has to adopt this culture, like, be it anything, comes a way, we will conquer that and we'll clear our path. Maybe the higher process will take time, but still you will finally get your dream come true. So you need to
Yeah.
focus on that, those particular things as well.
Yeah,
Right.
positive attitude is what they are looking for actually. So even if what happens with people is if they are not able to clear few companies interviews, they get depressed actually. Even if they have good skills and for some reasons some people are selected and others are not selected. It also depends on luck and what questions they are asking. Sometimes it happens that you have already practiced those questions which interviewers are asking, so you are able to give answers very quickly and easily. But there might be a good candidate who might have not practiced those questions, but he might have practiced other set of questions. So it also depends on luck and other factors are also there. So whenever if you are not able to clear an interview, right, so you should not get disheartened. There are always lots of opportunities that you can go and crack. And
And this keep on, this will come inside you once you will be practicing a lot. Because but this is a
yeah,
kind of, you also say, a luck game, because sometimes you are very well prepared and you won't be able to present yourself. Sometimes you are very less prepared and you would be able to present very beautifully. So it
yeah,
again does matter that what all thoughts is there in your mind at the time of all this process.
yeah.
So yeah.
And doing good amount of preparation also gives you confidence actually. Your state of mind also helps to crack your interview. If you are able to crisply give your answers, or if you're not panicking when you are getting interviewed, that also shows your positive attitude actually. So and they also check for your confidence. So suppose I ask you to write an algorithm for binary search tree or some other problem, right? You are writing that algorithm and you make some mistake there, right? Or even if you are writing the code correctly, I will ask you some questions, or an interview can ask you a question to check how good understanding, how detailed understanding you have on that algorithm. They will check whether you have just like did the rote memorization of it, or you really know the concepts well. So they will be asking you questions uh, to just like check that aspect. So you should be thoroughly prepared with all the things when these algorithms are getting asked.
Right. So it is like any suggestion from your part as far as the Walmart labs are considered, some live projects or some internships to be floated with the students' portfolio, so that they will learn. And yes, this is a very good culture of product companies, like they are used to all these projects and make interns involved in this. This will give an extra edge to every student, whether you talk about NITs or non-NITs as well.
Yeah. So what I think is in the final years of BTech, people should focus on their core subjects and programming. If they have very good skill sets in programming and the fundamentals of this core subject, they can eventually crack any interview. Like you can crack interview in Google, Microsoft, Walmart, any company. So as a final year students, you should not be focusing much on the companies. Sometimes it happens that people say my dream company is Microsoft. Some people say my dream company is Google. They say it, but so they give interviews, but they are not able to crack it. But what they have to do is just keep on practicing, writing good, uh, um, applying for good uh, applying on good coding platforms, having the fundamentals clear. This is the only way. Just keep on improving yourself day by day. That's the mantra.
Right, right. So it was a very good session. So I will, conclude all these conversation in a particular takeaways. So number one, surely why we have this particular session, especially organized for the students. Number one, they have to understand the importance of research-oriented work and projects also, because it is not only every time like you will be taking a corporate as your career and the higher career also. You have to think about the higher perspectives as well. Of course, you can appear in a gate and secure your MTech degree from a well-known or very good college, and then the research orientation will give you an edge towards a product-based company to the higher profiles as well. And there is no way you can say like there is a difference between lower bracket of students, a higher bracket, because at this particular time we are in a 21st century and we are talking about the real age coders. So future is of coding. Do practice, do explore these things, apply on Geeks and Geeks and Hacker Earth, Hacker Ranks, and secure some good ranks for yourself. Once you will explore all these things, you will be get to know that a higher world is waiting for you. There is no end to say all the IT services or product based services are still waiting or not. But yes, one thing for sure, that as much as you work hard for a particular profile, you will get the best out of it, right? So but Aman,
Yes,
do you have any question? Aman, are we audible to you?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Good evening, sir. Sir, I
Good
have a
evening.
question that, yes, sir. I am also preparing for GATE exam. And, sir, as you said that you also get the rank 748 in your GATE exam. So, sir, I am asking that, sir, what is the keys to get the good ranks and good scores in GATE exam, sir? Like, sir, I am not I am an average student and I am not good at aptitude, and GATE exam is all about aptitude. Yes, and I am very much searching the
Yeah.
about the GATE exam. So it is, yes, it is all about an aptitude test, sir. All the core
Yeah.
subjects and whatever they're asking GATE exam, they're all about aptitude. So how we prepare well and fast to get the rank in first attempt, or because some of students are trying for 2 years, 3 years, and they all not get the rank, sir. So
So
how
what
will
I think
get
is
the
the
rank?
basic mantra is when you are appearing for that particular exam, when you are studying in second and third year, you you should have very you should have very basic fundamentals cleared. right? If those fundamentals are not cleared in
Yes.
second and third year, then you have to again sit and work on those concepts in final year for giving your gate exams, right? So all, yeah, the
Yes, sir.
thing. So in the end, the gate questions, it's all about your conceptual knowledge and aptitude. So if you have
Yes,
not
sir.
got your conceptual knowledge cleared in second and third year, then you have to again rework and uh, do a lots of work for clearing them up. So that's the thing which I will say you. Have good reference books. Don't go for small books and booklets which will help you clear exams in easy way. Have
Yes, sir.
So if you have good reference books, then those concepts will be getting cleared very easily. And after going through those chapters, there are always questions in the end, right? To check whether you have got the concept clear very well or not. So there are different set of questions which are getting asked in GATE as compared to your common examination, right? So you should get acquainted with those questions on a very early level from second, third year. So that will help you to clear your exam very early.
Yes, sir. But sir, as I am a final year student, so I did not get the work on my core subjects. But I am now from this year I am starting the preparing for GATE exam. So I just thoroughly revised the subjects, and main I got to know that aptitude is the main key of GATE exam to get the rank, sir.
Yeah. So the easier way which I can suggest you, as you are already in final year, you just pick up a paper tomorrow without any preparation. Whatever you know from second and third year, you know, right? Up till now,
Yes,
whatever you have, just try to answer a particular set of questions. Say, suppose 2018's GATE paper or 2019's GATE paper, right?
yes,
If you try to solve it, you will come to know till what depth you know a particular concept in a particular area in databases
yes,
or OS. So
yes,
once
sir.
you gauge that, that is very important. How much you know from gate perspective. Once you know what you require to improve upon, you will definitely go and look into that chapter and work upon those concepts.
Yes, sir.
So so I will definitely tell you to answer all the last 10 to 15-year weight question paper
Yes, sir.
for a few months.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Keep a gap of 2 weeks or 3 weeks between two gate papers, and it
Yes,
will
sir.
work for you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So even a lesser grade of marks and non-IT students, or you can say whether you are getting whatever percentage of marks in your academics, be it less, be it high, be it average, or you can say a NIT candidate would not, think about that to stop thinking about the dream companies or something. As per your conversation, we get to know that lesser grades and even non-ITs can secure a better product company jobs, even for a good profile and a good package. So this was the very good session. Thank you so much, Afraz,
Yes.
for entire explanation of the things. And of course, my students will get to know a lot many things, which they will develop a zeal, and they will look forward to go for some research and development work as well. So thanks for
Yes,
joining
it was
us.
really amazing. It was
Thanks
really
a lot.
amazing. Like my basic doubts are there.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thanks.
Welcome. Yeah. All the best.